that's important. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, color don't matter. Color not important. Yes, it does matter. It's in the Bible.
Right.
Read.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
And his feet was the color like fine brass. What color is brass? Brass. Like a penny. Brown, right? So if I take something that's brown,
As if they burned in a furnace.
and I'll put it in a furnace and burn it and take it out the furnace, what color is it? It's black. So what color was Jesus Cristo?
Black.
He was negro. He was black. Did Christ say that he looked like this in the Bible? What did he say he looked like?
Wasn't he from he was from somewhere from the...
He was a Jew. Now watch, I'm going to show you Revelations. Come back over here, right here. Revelation. I want y'all to listen to this. Open that flyer up, because we're going to go through that flyer. Open it up. Second page, Revelations 1. Because it's important. Because you was raised Catholic, and that's the religion that you in. But even in the Catholic religion, even the way you dress, do they tell you that you can't dress like that according to the Bible? According to God? I question everything. Watch this, read.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 1. The revelation of Jesus Christ.
So now we're going over the revealing of Jesus, or Jesus Cristo. We're going over the revealing of Christ. Let's see what he look like. 13.
Verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
So in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, because that's what's the symbol that we have, that's why we got it on our jackets or our shirts. In the midst of the 7 candlesticks, or it's called the menorah, was one like unto the Son of Man. Who's the Son of Man? Jesus Christ. Read.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
So he had on a garment all the way down to the foot. Listen to this, bro. Read.
And girded about the paps with a golden girdle.
14.
His head and his hair.
His what?
His head and his hair.
So his head on his hair, and his hairs were what?
White like wool.
White in color, woolly in texture. Who have woolly hair? You're looking at it. This is wool right here. That's wool. That's wool. This brother right here with the hoodie on, with the Jordan hoodie, he got wool on his hair. He got the hair of Christ. But watch this. This is in the Catholic Church. We got to question that. Why are they pushing these images on us as a people when the Bible said Christ looked like us?
No.
Read.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
And the whites of his eyes was red, because what was Christ's first miracle? He turned water into wine at a wedding. He was drinking wine.
Right.
So the whites of his eyes was a little red. But let's see what else he looked like, because now it's going to describe his color, because that's important. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, color don't matter. Color not important. Yes, it does matter. It's in the Bible.
Right.
Read.
Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
And his feet was the color like fine brass. What color is brass? Brass. Like a penny. Brown, right? So if I take something that's brown,
As if they burned in a furnace.
and I'll put it in a furnace and burn it and take it out the furnace, what color is it? It's black. So what color was Jesus Cristo?
Black.
He was negro. He was black.
Right.
So this is not Jesus right here. So guess what we got to do? We got to question our pastors in the church.
Right.
We got to question them and ask, why do y'all push this image on us when the Bible says he looks like this?
Bring it out.
And you know why they do it? Because they were set up by the same people that put us in slavery.
Bring it out.
White people. Remember, when our people learn the religions and go to school, cemetery school as I call it, because all you're doing is going to death. They go to these schools and they learn about Jesus and all this. Who's teaching them that? Who controls the school? Who controls Harvard? Who controls Oxford? These schools, white people. They control what's being taught in the schools. That's why today now they what? Pushing homosexuality in the schools. And can the parents say anything against it? No. The only way you can go against it is what? Not putting your kids in school. So now God is telling us, and he left for us what he looks like in the Bible. Go to 1 John chapter 4 and 1. Because watch what Christ said. Because in Christianity they say, oh, it don't matter when you look like, it don't matter about his flesh. But Christ warned us about something in John. Read.
1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit.
So God said, don't believe every spirit. Meaning what? Don't believe me. Don't believe that brother on the street. Don't believe the pastor that's talking. But what you got to do?
But try the spirit.
How do you try a spirit?
Teach.
You prove them with what? What the Bible says. That's how you try a spirit. You go in the Bible and say, okay, what is your opinion of the depiction of Christ? And they say, oh, he's a rainbow. He's all colors. He's like a strawberry. You have to say, okay, show me that in the Bible. If they can't do it, guess what? It's the devil.
Bring it out. Try the spirit, whether they are of God. Because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
What did Christ tell us?
Many false prophets are gone out into the world.
He said many false prophets are going out in the world. You ever wonder why it's a church on every black community? On every corner is like a church. Why is that? Because Christ told us there will be many false prophets that will go out in the world and deceive many people. That's why it's millions and billions of people in Christianity. It's about 3.1 billion Christians on earth. How did all these 3.1 billion Christians not know that Christ didn't look like this?
Right.
It makes no sense because what? Many false prophets have come on the earth. Watch what the false prophets will say. Verse 2.
Verse 2. Hereby know ye the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confesseth that Jesus Christ is come in the flesh.
See, hereby know that the Spirit of God. Every spirit that confess that Jesus Christ came in the flesh
Is of God.
is of God. But guess what? If Jesus Christ came in the flesh, I'm in the flesh, you're in the flesh, she's in the flesh, we all have a what? A color. Our flesh has color. So if Jesus came in the flesh, that means Jesus has a color. That means Jesus' description is in the Bible, what we just read in Revelations, which shows Jesus as being negro, a black man, o blanco. This is devil right here. Diablo. It's the devil. This is the man that did this to us. Look at these images. These are your forefathers, your foremothers getting stripped and getting their religion taken from them and getting put to slavery. This happened to your people. Like they come over and say, oh, we was naked when they came over here. They put out movies like Apocalypto, so we was naked, jumping in trees and all this other foolishness. No, we had diamonds and riches all in us. That's why they stole the land, because you were rich people. They didn't steal from no bums. They stole it from us that was rich, had much resources. But guess what happened? We disobeyed God, so guess what he did to us? He destroyed us. Watch, I'm going to show you a law, Deuteronomy 22. Because we went over what Christ looked like. But I want to show y'all this. Because in the Catholic Church, what goes on in the Catholic Church? Right, not discriminate.
But they be doing the exact same thing.
Doing the same thing. It be
Separating us?
separating. What about it? Be popes dealing with young boys in there. They be forbidden to marry and talk about nuns can't marry. Is that Bible? It's not Bible. But guess how many people go to the Catholic Church? But sis, what's your name? What's your name? That's your grandmother, right? What's your grandmother?
No, my
Oh,
grandson's
it's your
over
grandson
there.
over there.
Yeah.
Over here. What's your name, sis?
Raquel.
Raquel. I'm going to show you a law in the Bible. Did you know that God had a dress code for women? I'm going to show you. You Christian? Oh, no, you can't leave yet. Read this.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman
So now we're reading the law. It said the woman.
shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
So God said that a woman shall not, meaning what? You cannot do it. Wear that which pertaineth, meaning or belong to a man. Let's read on.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man,
Bring it
like
out.
myself, put on women's clothing.
Right.
What is women's clothing?
Yo, come on, man.
A dress.
A dress. What else?
Heels.
A skirt. Some heels. Who's supposed to be wearing it? The woman. So wait a minute. If your clothing is a dress, skirt, some heels, what's my clothing? Yes. That's my clothing. So God said, as a woman you're not supposed to wear pants. But the Catholic Church, they don't care about that. The Christian Church, they don't care about that. So do they really care about your salvation? Because according to God, it's a judgment for wearing things contrary to what he says. It's a judgment for going contrary or doing things contrary to what God said to do it. Read this, what?
For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
He said, everybody that dress in a cross-dressing manner, he said it's an abomination to him. You know what? It's disgusting to him. Zephaniah 1:8. And when things get disgusting to God, guess what? Death comes behind that. Judgment comes behind that. That's what God does to us as a people. I want to show you this. Listen to this. Watch.
Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass in the day of the Lord's sacrifice.
The day of the Lord's sacrifice is what? Judgment Day. We all know about Judgment Day. We heard about Judgment Day, right? God said in the day of Judgment Day, read,
that I will punish the princes.
He said he will punish. The word punish. Is that a good thing, or is that some judgment coming behind it? That's judgment coming behind it. Some death coming behind it. So he said, in that day I will punish, read,
the princes and the king's children.
The princes and the king's children. Watch this, brothers. Listen.
And all such are as clothed with strange apparel.
He said, oh, what? Listen, I don't want you to miss this point.
And all such that are clothed with strange apparel.
And all such that are clothed with strange apparel.
Read out.
What? Women in pants, that's strange to God. Men in dresses and skirts, that's strange to God. He said when he returns, and if I see you dressing like that, he's going to put you to death. He's going to put judgment upon you, death upon you. That's why it's certain diseases that people get when they dress out of order. Sisters getting gonorrhea. You got brothers that's dressing out of order, that's dressing like a man, a woman, end up with HIV because they're in a homosexual activity.
Bring it out.
Bring it out.
This is a judgment for dressing like that. You understand that? So guess what you got to do? You got to put on a dress. You got to put on a skirt. You're an Israelite according to the Bible. You understand that God chose you. You're not Mexican. You Issachar according to God. That's what God calls you. You is chosen. So you got to understand that and come back to that and leave Catholicism. Leave it behind because it teaches us lies. The same man that took this land from us as a people, he turned around and be our God. That makes no sense. How can a man that destroyed us, beat us down, raped us, and killed us, turn around and be our God that we worship? We look crazy doing that. We the only race of people that do that. Every other race of people got their own God they serve. But us as a people, we serving other nations' gods. We serving other people, customs, and cultures. You got a question?
Yeah, I was reading that, like you put a T in front of America with like an apostrophe, and each America, and they have like Egypt and Jerusalem all over here. Like,
all this is here, right?
Yeah.
Revelation 11, I'm going to show you that. Watch this. I want you to listen to this too. Because he said a good question. He said, this is like Egypt, we else you say America, all the other places, right? It's like here, which it is true. Watch this, Revelation 11.
Revelation chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the streets of the great city.
So God said, our dead bodies, meaning what? Spiritually dead. And physically. Because look, this was the dead bodies of us as a people. When the brothers get shot down by the police, that's the dead bodies of us.
Right.
So God said our dead bodies will lie
in the streets of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Which spiritually, meaning what? This place is spiritually just like
Sodom and Egypt.
It's just like Sodom and Egypt.
Bring it out.
Ancient Sodom, ancient Egypt. It's just like this. Because in ancient Egypt, where was those Israelites at? They was in slavery. That's what Moses said, let my people go.
Right.
Because we were slaves in Egypt. And in Sodom and Gomorrah, what was going on in Sodom and Gomorrah? Who knows the history about Sodom and Gomorrah? Anybody? Raise your hand. Anybody? What happened in Sodom and Gomorrah? What's going on?
Actually chaos, and there were sexual going on.
we try to get out here.
What else was going on? Homosexuality.
Yeah.
That was heavy in Sodom and Gomorrah. Is homosexuality okay with God? Does God agree with homosexuality? Let's see in the Bible, Romans chapter 1.
Bring it out.
Romans chapter 1, verse 25. Let's see. Because guess what? Homosexuality runs rapid here in America. It's so rapid that they teaching little kids about, oh, I'm a trans cis woman. What the hell what is that? I'm a transformer. I'm an Autobot. What? It's not two genders. Well, how many is it then? They keep adding one every year. They add a new gender every year. Every day damn near. Why is this stuff going on? Because we're in the last days. This is Satan's kingdom. This is the kingdom of the devil. That's why all our people that love to get rich or try to run to get riches, what they got to do? They got to do wickedness. They got to rap about evil, killing their own people. They got to do what? Break God's laws and Sabbath days and feast days and celebrate the days of this society.